The Warriors are already making moves to save the dynasty. Hours after Klay Thompson's Achilles tear was confirmed, they traded for Kelly Oubre Jr. This video reacts to Klay's career-threatening injury, adding Oubre, and other possible moves like a realistic trade for James Harden. Hey guys, it's KC. This is AM Hoops. Hit subscribe and notification bells. It has been an insane week, and we knew that because we had trades starting on Monday, free agency on Friday, the draft on Wednesday. But no one saw this coming. A devastating injury that could end the Warriors dynasty, but it doesn't have to. Somehow, the Warriors have to replace Klay Thompson. He's one of the best shooters in league history. His defense is just as crucial on guards to cover for Steph Curry. Luckily, there are tools the Warriors have though, and we'll see those moves the next few days. Before we break that down, it's important to remember Klay is an actual person, not just a box score. The Klay is Back video was the most popular on this channel last month for a reason. He is a genuinely good dude. One commenter shared a story about meeting Klay in 2014 in LA, where he's from. He yelled, "Hey Klay, I heard you're coming to LA next year." And Klay pointed to them and winked and said, "I don't know, we'll see." One of the coolest memories. And that is why you hate to see this injury even beyond basketball. It's rare to see a humble superstar that's so easy to root for. He's one of 3 sons of Julie and Michael Thompson, the Lakers' #1 overall pick in 1978. Together with Steph Curry, Klay helped change the game. Yes, the San Antonio Spurs played with beautiful ball movement, but the off-ball cutting, switch everything on defense, shooting style we see everywhere is Warrior basketball. Starting with their finals run in 2015, Klay won 3 chips, playing an average of 100 games a year. That is 5 total seasons, plus another year added on just in playoff games. That load took a toll on his body. Klay tore his ACL in the finals against Toronto last year. Now, this Achilles during a pickup game in LA. And I really hope this is not how the Warriors dynasty ends. I mean, no one could beat them for years. I wanted to see them go out on their own terms on the basketball court, not in the hospital. When Klay comes back in 2022, Steph will be 34 years old for the playoff run, Draymond Green 32, Klay 32, coming off 2 horrible back-to-back injuries, like Boogie Cousins. However, there is a way this doesn't end the dynasty. The Warriors front office can make desperate moves before this season starts. It'll be a brave front office and a huge financial commitment from ownership. The good news is there are moves to make here and they've already started. So we're gonna go over the 5 tools they have to improve the roster from least to most impactful, but they've already added Kelly Oubre. The Thunder got him from Phoenix in the Chris Paul deal, and OKC flips him again. The Dubs said the $17.2 million traded player exception was for a special circumstance. Klay's injury counts. Oubre is a great fit on the Warriors as a versatile wing who can defend multiple positions and shoot the 3. He's just 24 years old, coming off his best season yet. He averaged about 18 points a game in Phoenix at 34% from deep. I love this deal. Now, onto the 5 tools they have left. This will hardly make a difference, but we have to mention it because they will sign at least 1 vets minimum guy. I'd look for Kyle Korver, who's 39 years old, but his shooting can still make up for some of what they lose with Klay. Another name, Marco Bellinelli. Also awful defensively and a decent shooter, but don't expect much with the veterans minimum. At number 4, the taxpayer mid-level exception. They should target Avery Bradley here for up to $5.9 million a year. Again, Steph Curry is great, but he won't defend the other team's best guard. Bradley is a defensive specialist who can also contribute offensively, hitting over a 3 per game at 36%. Don't forget, Sean Livingston retired. They don't need just a guard to replace Klay, they need backup for Steph. Bradley off the bench will be in demand, but the Warriors' culture and winning potential are attractive. Number 3 is the disabled player exception. Sadly, Klay Thompson will be out the entire year, and I promise the Warriors are scrambling to apply for the DPE. They need it before free agency starts to have a real impact. The rule is, if a player is injured, you can replace him with someone making half of the injured player's salary or the full mid-level exception, whichever is less. That means $9.3 million. With that, the Dubs should target Paul Millsap. He is 35 years old, and this salary is good for one season. One last chance for Millsap to win a ring. He is a four-time All-Star who was important to Denver's defense last year. He's still a reliable three-point and post scorer too. The number 2 tool is already on the roster. Go ahead with Andrew Wiggins and James Wiseman. Now this seems really obvious, but sneak peek, number 1 is to trade both of these guys. But if they keep them, obviously first they need Andrew Wiggins to finally be Andrew Wiggins. He's 25 years old. I feel like we've been saying this for years. But can he thrive as a wing scorer and defender and finally be that all-star? James Wiseman is a 7-footer with elite athleticism and agility. He will be their starting center, and he's a good fit catching lobs from Steph, running the floor, and protecting the rim. But the number 1 tool to improve is to trade Wiggins and Wiseman. And I think they have to trade the rookie. If James Wiseman is the Dubs starting center, the dynasty is over. I know some of you hate to hear that, but just imagine the playoffs, okay? The Warriors will have to beat the Lakers. Wiseman against LeBron James and Anthony Davis? No way! He is not going to shut them down in the biggest moments for an entire series. The Warriors need to flip him for a real difference maker. Wiggins is less expendable than before Klay's injury, yes, but this trade would be worth it. The Rockets get Andrew Wiggins, James Wiseman, Eric Pascal, and a future first-round pick for James Harden. This is a better package than the Nets can offer. Wiseman has more potential than anyone Brooklyn can give, and the Nets picks will be low because of how good they are. Instead, Houston gets 2 foundational picks, Eric Pascal, a really good young role player. On the Warriors, Harden would be free of double teams and destroy opponents one-on-one. Harden is also a playmaker, now paired with the best shooter of all time in Steph Curry. If the Warriors did this move, they would be title favorites again, and Klay's injury would not be as devastating. But I have to be honest here, all of these moves are not going to happen. This is more like just telling you the tools that they have, because if they made all the moves, it would be a historic luxury tax bill for the Golden State Warriors owners. I mean, just if they use the traded player exception, it's like over $100 million on top of what they're already paying. The point is, though, there's a lot they can do to lessen the pain of Klay Thompson's Achilles tear. There's no question that the dynasty is threatened, but it doesn't have to be over. Support AM Hoops and click subscribe. Don't miss a daily NBA video.